And now, Laughter Talks with Marguerite Bear and Antonia Roman.
Hello, everybody. Hello. Oh, my goodness. And look, I don't need a step stool this time.
Yeah, we got real chairs in. I don't want to be strange, but there's another person on the set. This lovely
Absolutely.
lady.
She has been preset because she is our special guest today, who is not only an award-winning producer, but is also the visionary behind GloRoc Productions, LLC, and Valerie J Management. As owner of GloRoc Productions and Valerie J Management, Valerie has combined a potpourri of skill sets from CEO to producer to booking agent to publicist in her management of Caleb Quaye and the Faculty Hawkins Jazz Collective, and formerly the George Lewis Band. And here's the thing, Miss Tucker is a 9-time Emmy Award-winning news producer, editor for her Songs of Our Success Black History series, hosted by Tony Ewing for the Los Angeles Fox O&O KTTV Channel 11.
Oh, wow!
My
You know,
Oh, thank you.
anyway, with all those skills, thank you for coming to our humble show. And if you ever want
absolutely.
to replace Antonia, let me know.
Listen,
Good to know.
we thank you so much for being on the show today, Valerie. And
Thank you for having me.
We've seen just how much you have done in the industry. Not right?
Yes,
I wanna
I
hear
am.
Please tell us a little bit about what you're doing with a film that you have in the works that's coming up.
The film is called Louder Than Rock, and it is my first feature film outside of Fox and CBS and all the corporate lovely people that I used to work with. And in the making, we've been working on this film for the past 8 years.
Wow.
That's fantastic. It
That's
takes a while
amazing,
to make
isn't
a
it?
film.
Yeah, you always say that.
You know, it's my first documentary, so it's been a challenge. And how it all came about was I actually represent and manage Caleb Quaye. And he is Elton John's original lead guitarist, and also the catalyst for Elton getting signed to his first record deal
Wow.
when they were teenagers. Caleb, I think, was 15, Elton was 16. And when I started to manage Caleb's band, he had a book that had already been written about his life. And I'm that chick who was like, okay, God, you sent me this man to manage his career. First of all, he knows probably any and everybody on the planet.
Yes.
So why did you send him to me? That's the first question.
Sure.
But we started shooting things that we could control. So Caleb had this book, and I was like, okay, God, what am I supposed to do with a guy who's been famous everywhere
Yes.
and has a book? What am I supposed to do with that? Well, true story, I was sleeping, and in the middle of the night, I woke up at like 4 in the morning, and God had spoke to me, and he was like, you're supposed to tell a story.
Wow.
And
That's inspirational.
that was how the doc was born. Everybody connected to that story was alive.
Wow, that is
That's great,
fortunate.
yes.
Gus Dudgeon, God rest his soul, had passed away years ago.
That's
I got,
awesome.
and this way you have the facts of what really went on. Story of the beginning of Elton's career
Yes.
by everybody who was there.
Mhm.
Now, mind you, Elton, we couldn't get to interview, and so you know, but I could make it work because honestly, this really is Caleb's story.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
Elton is a big part of it, but he's not it, if you know what I mean. So, and I think audiences will like it on a historical note because we go into Caleb's history. Caleb's dad was a jazz musician
Yes.
over in England, and when performers would come, like Duke Ellington, Count Basie, Caleb's dad would actually play with them. And then,
Awesome.
because of the time, it was segregation, things of that nature. After gigs, they would all go to Caleb's house where Caleb's dad would cook, and they'd all have jam sessions. So you have this 3-year-old little kid wandering in and out amongst jazz greats.
That's awesome.
I couldn't have asked for a better story
Absolutely.
as a filmmaker for my initial debut, so to speak. I couldn't ask for a better story. God just dropped this in my lap. If I had went looking,
You wouldn't have found
You
something.
wouldn't have found
Right.
it. Wouldn't have found anything
And
this
I
rich.
have seen it firsthand. I've had the
Oh.
privilege to actually see the film.
That's amazing.
And we will be able to see it. You'll be able to see a trailer shortly in the show as well. And I have to say, you did a fantastic job. As a filmmaker myself, when I saw it, you did a fantastic job.
Thank you.
And we do not want to waste any more time because Caleb is here with us.
Yes, we
today
have
as
another
well.
guest that we're going
And
to
we
meet
want
in
to
too.
bring him on board with us, so you can see him, get to know who he is, and speak a little bit more about the film.
Thank
Okay,
you so much.
But thank you so much
Thank you
coming,
for having
Beverly.
me.
We appreciate it.
Yes.
And what do we always ask all
We're
our
gonna
guests to
good
do?
evening.
We have to subscribe. Now, we changed sides, so I'm not
That's
sure
okay.
which side the subscribe button is going to be on as soon as you change me. That's my,
okay.
yeah, she's saying that's okay. So subscribe over there.